Part 2. Silver Snow. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War. The Resistance Army successfully takes Fort Mercius. Their victory celebrations are cut short, however, when javelins of light pierce the sky and destroy much of the fort. With nowhere else to go, the Resistance Army withdraws to Garreg Mach. Under the guise of surrender, they secretly prepare for a surprise attack on the Imperial capital.
It seems the preparations for our invasion of Enbar are advancing smoothly. All has been laid out so we can move swiftly to the necessary locations. Until the time comes, please try to keep your spirits up.
I understand.
There is something else. I have heard that Rhea is potentially being held captive in the capital. The information could not be confirmed, nor even properly sourced, but even still, we cannot ignore the possibility. Please bear that in mind.
If it's true, we'll find her.
Yes, we must not let anything get in the way of rescuing her.
We're finally heading to Enbar, the capital city of the Empire. Oh, so many memories there.
Oh yeah? So you've been there before?
Oh, yes. Though it was a very long time ago.
A very long time. You must have been really young. I'm surprised you remember.
The main stage of the Mittelfrank Opera Company is in the capital. I hope no one from the opera gets swept up in the coming chaos.
There are many buildings straight out of the history books in Enbar. I hope they remain unharmed.
You're worried about the buildings? What about the people? You're an odd one, Lynn.
I am also worried about the people. I'm sure my father is in a palace in the capital.
Many people reside in Enbar, so we must take care to avoid needless casualties.
I don't think Edelgard cares much for avoiding casualties, so that's probably impossible. I bet we'll be fighting until one side or the other is completely destroyed.
Bernie, you should be staying away from thoughts like that. We will be defeating her with our full power. Our enemy has great strength, but we will not be losing.
I could not agree more. Remember, even if our surprise attack works, a force even greater than all of our troops combined awaits us in the capital. 0 casualties is always the goal, but we must not underestimate the situation at hand.
Still, we must not hold ourselves to the same twisted morality that she does. After all, we are here to stop her, not to follow her down her dark path. We all choose to fight back. We are all in this together.
You're right, Flayn. We've got to try our hardest.
A different path from Edelgard.
There is no stopping her. The only way to end this is to kill her.
Our choice. Flayn, your words are wonderful and full of bravery.
Let's go! We can't lose!
The situation is dire, and so I will do what must be done.
I am certain that if we join our strength, we can win this battle without losing a single soul.
0 casualties is the goal, without losing a single soul, said both Ferdinand and Flayn. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the continuation of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Also, I don't know what's going on with the global activity. Internet's acting up, unfortunately. Aside from that, previously, it was round 4 against Mr. Death Knight, and apparently he used a laser ordnance weapon of some sorts to destroy his own fort. Kind of ridiculous if you ask me, but it's also quite very intimidating to many in this game. Anyways, let's go ahead and start up the explore sequence and see who we got to talk to today. First of all, let's talk to Shamir.
10 years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west. Their final target was the capital. but they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination. I guess our attempt has been more successful than theirs, all things considered.
Quite impressive, if you ask me.
Hi.
Alright, let's see here. There's a quest upstairs, which I'll head towards later. It's probably another fetch quest, assuming it is, but for now, let's see what's going on around here.
Looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her.
Probably.
I was just kidding. Pay me no mind. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know, no matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
You're not wrong. Then again, it is our main goal right now, is to go find Lady Rhea. Oh man, the Black Eagle's classroom. It's not the same it was before. Alright. Let's run over to the cafeteria. Actually, let's go see what's around here. Doesn't seem much, it appears. Is Miranda still stuck in her room again? Let's check. She most certainly is.
Professor! My mother might be in the city. I don't have many good memories of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father. If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting. She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her Bernie and stays inside.
I'll be sure to do that, Bernie. Anyways, let's go check out the greenhouse. Who's in here? Manola.
In the opera, actors came and went all the time, but the people behind the scenes would stay forever. I'll bet I'd know a few of them now, even after all these years. I wonder if they've left the capital. I certainly hope so.
Yeah, and I hope most of the known associates to everyone here evacuated Enbar by now. Don't want citizens to be caught up in the war.
Just recently, the fish in the pond suddenly started thrashing around like mad. I didn't know what was going on. Then I saw something gleaming in the southeastern sky. It happened right when you were out on campaign. I wonder what it could have been.
Something going on in the lake, huh? Let me double check. No. Lots of large fish was in this 7th, which I skipped. Or rather, I rest on. Probably won't be able to do any fishing today, at least, or even off screen this game's month.
Professor, the whole of the capital is going to be a battleground. The city has such a long heritage. Even so, perhaps it deserves to be reduced to ashes for once. But we can't let the common folk get hurt. We should try to confine the damage to the noble section of town.
Normally I want to save everyone, but... Oh. The storehouse is full. I may have to take care of that later.
Hey!
But you know the deal about Dorothea having a hatred against nobles.
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered.
Oh, she said this before, okay. Yeah, okay, it seems like Anna would just say the same thing.
Hey!
Dark Merchant? Oh, you were not here before.
Hello!
What you got? Oh! Arcane Crystal. Ooh, I'm gonna need to buy one of those. Interesting. Well, these are very rare items, from what I can tell. Alright, I'll do that off screen though. Who else I missed around here? Oh yes, the gatekeeper. Let's see what he has to report.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh? Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me! Enbar's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros faith, so it's a pretty big deal. But hey, no need to worry about the monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
That's the spirit. You keep at it, Mr. Gatekeeper.
Here we are, facing the final battle with the Empire. It's been a long, difficult struggle. We have to get Lady Rhea back. And we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Gerald. I don't know what comes next, but we can sort out those details later.
I'm sure Dad will be very proud of you, man.
Well...
Talk about timing about the NPC just literally just saying no after I said that.
Ever since the Empire declared war on the Church, we have lost all contact with the priests and monks who are in the Imperial capital. I expect there's nothing we can do but pray for their safety. But realistically, it's probably too late.
Right, to the cafeteria we go. And it seems like there's nobody of importance to talk to here. Let's feed this cat at least. It looks happy. Alright. I did a good deed, without a doubt. Excuse me. I need to check out the gazebo here. Flower seeds. Seros seed. Ooh. I never saw that before. Well, I may have, but I don't exactly remember when.
The Empire's army should be divided now, with significant troops still in the west. If they don't assert their authority over the Old Kingdom's lords, they'll never know when an uprising might start. Ironically, as soon as we capture the Imperial capital, the Old Kingdom's lords are likely to rise up immediately.
Makes sense. From what I understand, most of the kingdom is fallen.
We're forming small units and slowly sneaking into the Empire's territory. That allows us to conceal ourselves along the path of the main army's progress, so that by the time we reach the capital, we can all join forces again. However, if any of the units are discovered before we can rendezvous, the whole plan is a bust. I'm sure it will work out, though. The Empire seems to think we've abandoned our plans to invade, so they're likely not keeping as close a watch.
Well, they do have like a hidden laser ordnance satellite type of weapon, which we need to watch out for.
Invading the capital and smashing the Empire. I wonder if doing so could really end this war. Care to share your thoughts, Professor?
Yeah, I don't know.
Perhaps you feel similarly to me. The whole mess puts me on edge. Although for now, better to focus my efforts on the fight at hand.
If I do remember one thing, it's a quote that old Snake would say from Metal Gear. War is hell. Before we head to the cathedral, let's head back over here to the stables. See what's up over there.
It's such a relief that we've made it this far without having to fight my father.
It sounds like you're scared.
You bet I'm scared. The Imperial Army hasn't lost a single battle with my father on the field. If he turns up as a reinforcement during the assault, we might lose. I'd better make my peace with that.
I get you, Caspar. I get you.
Some of my soldier friends departed for Empire territory a few days ago. They wore trader clothes and hid their weapons in their luggage, so that even if they encounter patrols, they won't arouse suspicion. Another squad dressed as traveling artists. It's like a game of dress-up, but with lives at stake.
Strange.
Once this battle is over, what will become of Fargus and Fodlan?
Peaceful reign.
Peace, you say? It sounds so foreign, so unattainable. But maybe, just maybe, my hope is for a world at peace. A world in which this present turmoil is a thing of the past, the stuff of legends. I believe those who survived the atrocities of war have a duty to create a new, better world. So the sooner we can stamp out such turmoil, the better. We must win, Professor. There is no alternative here. I won't allow for anything else.
That is the ultimate goal, Ingrid. I agree. We do this to achieve peace in the world. Anyways, let's go ahead and run over to the cathedral. And afterwards we could either head upstairs or do whatever is available in the tournament grounds.
I was born in Enbar. My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Most regrettable indeed. Don't worry, Flayn. It's like you said earlier, we'll try to lessen the damage. We'll try to, at least.
I'm from the Empire myself, and I still have some relatives in Enbar. I hope they get out in time, but I've no way of contacting them. I guess all I can do is pray they're not harmed.
Yep. That's pretty much what you can do, really.
Please?
Oh, someone back there, miss? What do they got to say?
Right.
So, did you know? A magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar. It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Seros before the Empire was even formed. Ever since, that canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development. And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
No deed will go unpunished, indeed. Anyways, let's go ahead and head upstairs. It has to be another fetch quest.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming. If we are able to save her, then I expect you will learn many secrets that have hitherto been kept from you. Are you prepared for that?
I am.
Excellent. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come.
I strongly agree, Seth. Whatever the truth that Rhea's keeping from me, I'm 100% ready for it.
I have something to ask of you. Well done. You have my thanks.
Right. Fetch quest is done. Let's call it continuing talking to anyone who's available.
Enbar's streets are paved with unhappy memories, Professor. I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility. Swore never to return. Now here we are. To return in this manner. Well, I can't say it is something I ever imagined.
I feel like he did mention that before. Well, whole being a former noble, yeah, but I don't think I ever knew about that, about Professor Hanneman, originally coming from the Empire, or from Anbar, in that fact.
Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy and really get cleaning. We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again?
We'll meet her for sure.
I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Yep. Many times I see it, that's the main goal right now. Let's head to the library first. Old library that formerly run by Professor Tomas. Or not Professor, whatever.
Anbar is where the divine Seros, sent by the goddess, first appeared before mankind. Saint Seros then worked countless miracles there and offered guidance to the people. That's why Anbar is considered a holy place for the Church of Seros.
Interesting enough. I think sometime in the future, maybe a little later this year, I do want to do a Let's Play on Fire Emblem Engage. Not sure if I already mentioned that already, but yeah.
The information about Lady Rhea being held in the Imperial capital came from an Imperial soldier at Mercius? We can't discount the possibility that the enemy's feeding us fake information on purpose. Still, we can only move forward. It's all on you, Professor.
It's all on me.
Professor, at last, the end is nigh. I love the Empire. Part of me wants it to survive, but I know that is not reasonable. The Empire's time has come. What we need now is a mighty leader who can rebuild Fodlan and rule it as a single nation. Nonetheless, it saddens me that we will not have an Adrestian Emperor.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Who knows? Who knows what the future will become of the Empire. Hopefully not in a devastating state. Anyways, let's head over to the training grounds. So I'll see you in a minute.
Professor!
5 years ago, Edelgard said a thing to me. Bridget is a vassal of the Empire. But she also said I always have the freedom to be choosing whether I am with or not with her. I will become the ruler of Bridget. So she said I must make my own path. So now, my path and her path will be colliding.
Sounds like something we may have foreseen for a long time, Petra.
Fighting in the capital? Ugh. And we're fighting against Edelgard. Double ugh. But with you leading us, Professor, I know we'll win. Yeah! Woohoo! Fighting! I'm a little scared, to be honest. I'm just shouting to relieve the tension, but I'll be fine.
Oh, Hilda. That's adorable.
The Death Knight is no ordinary knight. I will prey upon him. I will quench my blade's thirst with his blood. His focus is on fighting you, I'm sure. But mine will be the last face he sees.
Ooh. Planning to go on one-on-one against Death Knight? Maybe I should have brought you along then when I fought him earlier. Oh well. Advanced Axe Tournament today. Ooh. I think the last time I ever done the Axe Tournament is I had Caspar doing one of these. Let's let somebody else do that. How about... Where is he? Can he... Oh, here he is. I'm not sure if this is going to be fair at all, because these are Fortress Knights, but yeah, let's give it a go.
Not so fast! I have made my peace.
no damage. It would be nice for him to get a crit.
I must stay the course.
Is it all just mostly
I have made my peace.
Sure seems that way. Oh, okay. There's rival riders. That's fine.
I must stay the course.
Oh. 11, huh? PV.
I must stay the course.
Silver X Plus and some gold. And some XP for my professor level. Alright. That should conclude the surface for now. Let's go ahead and head down to the Abyss, see what they gotta say today.
What? Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Remember that battle 6 years ago? Oh, I'm guessing you do. Anyway, remember that knight who watched over Abyss with me for a while? I've been on the hunt for his whereabouts, and I finally found out what happened to him. My friend is no longer with us. Dead. Figured as much, but now I know for sure. I did get to meet his big sister, at least. I'll never have the chance to thank him for our time together. But maybe I can find a way to help out his sister instead. Bet he would have liked that.
Oh, yikes, man, that sucks. RIP. But I'm pretty sure he'll be proud of you for doing such a thing.
Those lights that came down on Mercius. I might have seen them before. Here at Garrick Mach. They looked like they'd rained down right on top of us. But at the last moment, they veered off. I think they crashed into ALL. It must have been the goddess's blessing that protected us.
Yeah, no kidding. What? Something like that is very frightening to think of. What are you here important to talk to, it would seem? Let's feed the doggo. If the game allows me to. Smithing stone, but I have to automatically sell that. But thanks anyway, doggo. Alright, let's see. Okay, most of them are over there. Excuse me.
I hear there was a pretty spectacular battle up there recently, but we don't hear a lot about that stuff. There was a lot of talk when it first started, but 5 years on, it's just a fact of life. What? There have been lots of battles on the surface recently? I hadn't heard. See what I mean?
Weird. Oh, hey, what's up, you three?
Feels like a death wish. Attacking the Imperial capital like this. You don't really think we're going to beat the Empire with these paltry forces, do you?
I do.
Is that so? Oh, how I love your resolve.
Charming as ever, Yuri. Charming as ever.
The Kingdom and the Alliance both came out of the last fight looking battered and broken. If the Empire is wiped out too, then who's left to run the joint? I guess the next leader of Fodlan could be you. I'd be pretty psyched about that.
Pretty hype, you should say.
Is it true what they say? That the Archbishop is a captive of the Empire? I've never heard of anything so brash in all the Empire's long history. It is vexing that Lady Edelgard's true motives elude me. If only I still had noble connections to draw on. The loss of my house has proven to be a thorn in my side again and again.
Nah, don't worry, Constance. Your ambitions will be fulfilled soon enough.
No.
Please, you can't tell anyone you saw me here. I'm in hiding from the army. I couldn't stand the war, the violence. I had to get away. But now that I've deserted, I can't go home. Justice, ambition, what does any of that matter if you're dead? I just want to live. Is that so wrong?
Depends how you see it. Where's Boltus, by the way? I didn't even see him around here. Huh. Weird, because normally he'll be down here.
Pardon me.
There's Boltus. He was here the whole time. I just didn't see him when I was talking to the gatekeeper.
According to a merchant who just came from the Alliance, my little bro made it home in one piece. But House Albrecht lost a lot of troops. So did the nearby lords. Things are real bad over there. If we don't stop the Empire soon, there won't be anyone left to help fight them off.
Yeah, I totally agree. We gotta stop the Empire very soon, dude.
You there!
Ah, is there something I can do for you, Constance?
Is there something you can do? Of course there is!
Well, what is it?
It ought to be plain.
I do not follow. Please, clarify what you mean.
Have you forgotten the day I revealed to you my silly little dream? If you weren't paying attention, I shall be cross.
Oh, yes. You must be referring to the oblique request you made concerning peaks and valleys. Not seeing a peak ahead of you, you hoped I might help lift you out of your lowly
Precisely! You've summed it up completely. Now that you know of what I speak, I want you to forget it immediately. Act as if you heard nothing.
You want me to forget the occasion you just asked me to remember. I see. Before I discard this memory entirely, might I be so bold as to ask why?
Is it not obvious? I don't want my weakness bandied about. I vowed to restore House Nouvelle through my own grand achievement. Just as I would not abandon this dream, I would not accept it being handed to me. Though if I am to be quite honest, the real reason is that letting you in on this vulnerability was an indiscretion I won't repeat.
I see. What a curious situation.
I don't take your meaning.
The hand of fate stripped everything from me, leaving me vulnerable and exposed. To borrow your words, I was in a valley, and a thick shroud of fog obscured the peak before me. Now, the cloud has lifted a bit, and I can see a glimpse of what lies ahead.
And what, dare I ask, do you see?
There is a towering cliff for you to scale, and a long, rocky path lying ahead of me. Rather than ascending separately, we can join hands and face these obstacles together. Then, we can reach the heights of our forebears, or, dare I say, even higher.
Even higher, you say? Now you remind me once more of the boy I knew. I have but one concern.
And what might that be?
That I shall outpace your laggardly efforts.
Huh? I was being sincere, you know.
Hey, Petra. How's training going?
It is going well. I am not having any troubles right now.
Good, good. At least things haven't gotten worse, right? So, did you hear what happened the other day? The professor, really.
Caspar.
Oh, whoa, okay, there's no need for that.
You are the son of my father's killer. That means I must be killing you and taking revenge.
What? I thought you said it wasn't a big deal. We're not our parents and all that.
Your optimism is not making sense. It is not possible that you are not having hatred for me. My father was killed. By the Empire. By your father. And so I will be impaling you on this blade to be satisfying a deep wish of mine.
A deep wish? What are you talking about?
I am talking about my wish. Of course, I am also having another wish. An even deeper wish. I wish for you and I to keep being friends. To keep fighting and surviving together. When you are speaking of your father, it is with a proud smile that injures my heart. But that is only a small thing. You also are working harder than anyone I am knowing, so I can't bring myself to be killing you.
I see. So you do hate me because of what happened, but you still want to be my friend? You haven't stabbed me yet, so you obviously want me to live more than you want me to die. I hope.
That must be the truth. More than all of it, I am not wishing to be losing you. It would give me great sadness.
Oh, okay, that's a relief. I don't want to lose you either, and I definitely don't want to fight you. To be honest, if things were the other way around, I don't think I'd be able to forgive you. I'd hate you, and I'd hate myself for feeling that way.
Caspar.
But you're not like that. You see me as your ally and your friend. You had the chance to kill me, but you used it to show me that you want me to live. You really are an incredible person, Petra. I want to be more like you. I want to prove that I'm a good friend. I promise, you won't regret letting me live.
You have my gratitude for your understanding. Hearing your words gives me great happiness. I was always feeling a barrier between our hearts. I am sure I was also the one putting it there. But from now onward, I will be sharing all of my heart with you. My grief and anger, joy and love, all of it.
I'd like that, Petra. From now on, we'll be more honest and open with each other.
Flayn.
Here to pester me, brother?
No, I think I'm the one who ought to be pestered.
Regardless of what I say to you, it is not as though it has any effect in reducing your worry over me.
That is true. No matter where you are, and no matter what you're doing, I will always worry. But that's only because I treasure you so very much. Please understand, I'm not trying to hurt you.
Of that I am well aware. I am touched that you care so deeply. When I think of it, it is my own fault that you have become so overprotective. I cannot blame you.
No, the fault is entirely mine. You were still so young. I placed far too much strain on you, and our lack of resources was no excuse. Worse, I failed to watch you during the battle. Your mother, too. We lost her because of me. Afterward, it broke my heart to see how much you would need to rest just to survive. I swore that I would dedicate every moment remaining in my life to your protection.
Ever since then, I have been afraid of falling asleep. My fear of sleeping is outmatched only by my fear of spending my life alone. Even if it cannot last, I want to live among my peers as one of them, as an ordinary person. Similar to how you and Mother coexisted with your own comrades back then, fighting side by side.
Quite right. I know you must leave the nest someday. No matter how many ages our lives may span, I know that's the way of it.
Father.
Don't.
Nobody is listening, Father. Let me address you as such just this once. I have valued the quiet days you and I have spent alone together, but I am no longer a child. Just as you and Mother met one another, and eventually I was brought into the world, I
know. Please, no more. No matter what happens, you are my daughter. It gives me great joy to see you grow. But please, at least until this war is over, let me continue to worry. You're the most precious person in my life. I can't bear the thought of losing you.
It seems I have no choice in the matter. I shall allow you to worry about me enough for yourself and Mother both. But only that much and no more, my dear Father Cichol.
Thank you, Cethleann.
How are you doing, Professor? Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
Okay.
It occurs to me that whenever we chat, I have a tendency to pester you with my questions and theories about your history. It seems only fair to speak on the topic of myself for once. And perhaps you might feel more positively inclined toward my research if I shared my own story.
So, you just want me to help with your research?
Not at all. I am quite honest in my motivations. Well, I suppose I should begin at the beginning, eh? I was born into a noble house of the Empire. Not a large house, mind you, but noble all the same. Our land holdings were small, but our bloodline was quite strong. So, as you can imagine, there were many of us in the family who carried the power of crests. I myself bear a minor crest. Our family's abundance of crests may be part of the reason I've been interested in the topic since I was just a boy. I dedicated myself to my studies, and after years of effort, I became lead crest scholar at the Empire's largest research institution.
You gave that up to come here?
My research is more important than social standing in the Empire. There I had only Imperial blood, and thus Imperial crests at hand. So I came to Garrick Mach and devoted myself to my research during my time as a professor. My progress is slow, but with each revelation, I move ever closer to the answers I have sought for decades. Your cooperation as the bearer of the Crest of Flames ensures my research will continue to advance. In fact, it may bring me ever closer to the goal of uncovering everything there is to know about crests. I do hope you shall continue helping me advance in this field of study.
Okay.
Together, we will solve the mystery of your Crest of Flames, and our world will be the better for it. Shall we proceed? My lab instruments are fully prepared. I have a great number of tests I'm excited to carry out. No, don't worry. They won't hurt one bit.
I was trying to catch you off guard, but you managed to block it. Not too shabby, Professor.
That was dangerous.
Oh, come on. Look at the blade I threw. It's just a wooden training sword. At worst, you could have gotten a bruise or perhaps a splinter. Let's agree it was funny and move on.
It would have hurt enough.
Aw, poor thing. Aren't you used to getting hurt? You've been in your fair share of battles. Besides, I knew you'd dodge in time. I told you before that I was going to observe you. Since then, I've been watching you. I know what you're capable of. I took steps to make myself invisible, so I could observe you without being detected. I hardly let you out of my sight. After extensive research, I've concluded that you really are first-rate. Your sword skills are impeccable, you're a gifted educator, you clearly love working with the students. Someone with all of your exceptional qualities should not exist, but here you are. At first, I thought Geralt was the reason for Lady Rhea's interest in you. But no, Lady Rhea knew exactly what she was doing when she singled you out. Unfortunately, I can't hope to emulate you, let alone wield the sword of the Creator. So my plan of imitating you for Lady Rhea's attention has come to nothing.
So you're gonna stop watching me?
I didn't say that. When we rescue Lady Rhea, I'll provide her a full report of your activities. Hopefully, then I'll be in her good graces. Oh, and don't think you can avoid being watched. I won't let you out of my sight.
What's wrong?
Oh, hello, Professor. How nice to see you. You caught me off guard. I was actually just thinking about you.
Why the sigh?
Just a moment ago? Well, I am afraid I just do not understand you. When we first met, I sensed something different about you, something mysterious. And now I am convinced your existence itself is very special. Thinking on it, I know it to be true. You have a crest that should have been lost long ago. You wield the sword of the Creator as if it is nothing. Your hair and eye color changed on that day 5 years ago, to the same sort of color as mine and my brother's.
What does it all mean?
I do not know. My brother refuses to speak to me of it. Since then, you have led us into battle, and thus far, we have always come out victorious. Your comrades and colleagues adore you. They believe in you, in your strength. I doubt there is a single soul who is likened to you. Who are you, really?
I don't know.
I simply do not understand. Whatever the case may be, having hair like mine is proof that there is something exceptional about you. I may as well come forward with things. I, too, am unlike others.
How so?
Surely you recall when I was targeted, specifically for my blood? I may not be special in the ways you are, but my blood is rare. It seems the two of us share a special differentness. I also believe that we are bound together in some way. Of this I am certain. Therefore, I intend to stay by your side and watch over you. Your existence must be preserved at all cost.
I would rather protect you.
Certainly those are the words of a hero. Let us unite our powers. Together, we are unstoppable.
Alright. Wow. I feel like the support conversations that not relate to me and except Seth and Flayn's, they kind of feel a little bit of S-rank support conversations more than A-rank. But other than that, aside from being experimented by Professor Hanneman and being stalked by Catherine that makes me have anime sweat drops, what was very mind-blowing was the conversation between Seth and Flayn. Quite a reveal, I dare say. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. And until then, take care. Next time I'll be doing the paralogue first before we advance on the story. I'll most likely do some auxiliary battles too, to do some character XP farming and such. Other than that, as always, take care once again, and I will see you next time. GG.